Hello, I'm Brandon Hicks, and I play for the Equipment Panthers as a football player. And today I'll be reading to you the true story of the Three Little Pigs. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on one little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing, it's all wrong. The real story is about sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back then, once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So of course, the minute I locked the door, it fell right in. Didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called Little Pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt the sneeze coming. When I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed, a great sneeze. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good pig ham dinner lying around there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just laying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called Mr. Pig. Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away, wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed, a great sneeze. You're not gonna believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig. There's the door now. Wolf's honor. Now, you know, food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little brother pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called Mr. Pig. Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what this rude little porker answered? Get out of here, wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar and he wouldn't even give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake? What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake. When I felt my cold coming in, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. And the third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pen." Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops when the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down the pig's door, and the whole town was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of the huff and puff and blow your house down. And they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story, I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. The end. Alright, kids. I hope that y'all out there being safe and staying clean, washing your hands and things like that. And I just want to let y'all know that for y'all boys out there, put the game down for a little bit, and for y'all girls and such, put y'all phones down, stay on social media for at least like 20 minutes, and read, do your schoolwork, prioritize your schoolwork over everything else. Even though we're not in school and stuff, you still gotta do what you gotta do. So, and the reason why I'm so intelligent is that my mom read to me when I was a baby and growing up, and she made me read. So that's why I'm so intelligent, and I got the grades that I have. So reading can really take you a long way. So, I hope that y'all will take this information that I've given y'all and utilize it.
Hey guys, it's Miss White here. I wanted to pop on and encourage you to continue to read. You know what you're supposed to do. Just because we're not at school does not mean that you cannot read. You are supposed to be reading. I have read 5 books and I've listened to 3 Audible books in 4 weeks. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay? I miss you. I love you. And read.